Hi viewers and welcome to Bad Car Symptoms. The cap on the expansion tank is one more simple yet very important part of your car's coolant system. It is essentially a valve that regulates the pressure within the coolant system, and having that in mind, when the cap is faulty, it can cause a lot of problems. If you don't recognize the problem on time, it can even lead to serious engine damage. Hopefully this video will help you avoid that and spot this simple but dangerous problem on time. So stay tuned. Bad car symptoms. Before we start, we would like to say that these symptoms apply to a coolant system with an expansion tank, not with an overflow tank. With an overflow tank, you additionally have a cap on the radiator, and there is a big difference between these systems. Also, we would like to recommend our other videos about coolant system problems that may additionally help in solving these kinds of issues. The links for the video are in the description and in the cards in the corner. Loss of coolant. The first symptom you'll probably notice is a minor but frequent loss of coolant. You'll have to add coolant every so often, but it's nothing alarming, and this is the point where most people stop paying attention to this problem. With a bad cap, the coolant slowly evaporates, which leads to the next symptom. Coolant residue on the expansion tank. The mentioned evaporation will eventually lead to the formation of coolant residue around the cap on the expansion tank. The residue looks like dry streaks and smudges. It's pretty easy to spot, and as the cap fails even more, you may see even small leaks and moisture. Dear viewers, in our opinion, this is the best time to react to this problem, inspect the cap, and if needed, replace it. Smell of coolant. The leaks and evaporation will eventually cause a characteristic smell of coolant under the hood. At first, the smell will appear occasionally. Later, it will be present as soon as the engine starts gaining working temperature. Air in the coolant system. Another problem you may encounter is excess air in the coolant system. When the cap is faulty, it can't seal the expansion tank properly and air gets inside the system. This then results in all sorts of problems, like the engine not being able to achieve working temperature, the thermal switch will not turn on the fans, which can lead to overheating, the cabin heating will not work properly, and so on. Engine overheating. Finally, the most dangerous symptom that can ruin the engine is overheating. As mentioned, the expansion tank cap holds the proper pressure in the system, which is key for the coolant to hold its boiling point. Low pressure means a lower boiling point, and this easily leads to overheating, especially in urban driving, for instance. Needless to say, this can lead to a blown head gasket, which means a lengthy and costly repair. For the end, dear viewers, there may be some other symptoms that we didn't mention here, like the coolant warning light coming up on the dashboard, the coolant fans turn on suddenly or else. But what we've shown you are the main symptoms, which should be enough for you to be able to spot the problem almost instantly. As mentioned, the best time to react is when you notice the residue around the cap and on the expansion tank. Our recommendation is that if you have any doubts regarding this, replace the cap. In most cases, it isn't expensive, so even if it's not the reason for the problem, it won't be a big mistake. Better that than a blown head gasket. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps notice the problem on time. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.